Welcome to another exciting, thrilling episode of the Weird Cow from Outer Space reading stuff. Today we're going to do some game development uh, in 3D Studio Max. Um, I want to introduce a number of techniques here as quickly as possible. Uh, I open 3D Studio Max in default mode and I click once in the top viewport, right? And then I hit maximize or Alt W if you prefer. Right. Now, I want to make sure a couple of things are set up the way I like. Customize unit setup. Uh, I like it to be in meters, right? So everything is not, and then I want to check uh, and make sure my my grid is set up the way I want it. Right now I'm snapping to grid points. That's what I want. And my home grid, look at that. It defaults to 0.254 meters. It's not metric. So I'm gonna change that to 0.25. And that's going to give me something that's going to be nicer. So let's see. I don't know where my stuff is. My default size or whatever. Look, it's like 5 point. That's 5 meters, right? And then I drag up there. Uh, Now I got myself a cube, right? But I really like something bigger than that. That's 5 meters. I'd really like this one. So, uh, okay, I right click in the viewport once and I'm gonna delete that box. And then I'm gonna go here, get on my major grid line and drag out and see what I'm getting. 15 meters, 15 meters. And now I release the mouse. First I drag, I'm holding the left mouse down. I release it and I drag upward. And yeah, I like I like 4 meters high. So I want to make a room here, right? So this is the base model for my room. Well, the room needs to have a door. So I'm going to get here and drag out something. Width 2.25 meters. Let's make it 3 meters high. 3 meters high door. Okay. I'm just gonna flesh this out a little bit. Tab to make it box shape. And what I'm gonna do, let's see, what would that major grid line be? Yeah. And I go here and along the y-axis I'm off a little, or the x-axis I'm off a little bit. So I want to just get symmetry. See how I lined that up like that? Okay, I get that. This is the select and move tool. You right click on it and you can get a dialog where you can enter stuff in manually. Now that I've got this like this, I'm going to change my coordinates. So, and I'm in view mode. I'm going to go to world mode and you'll see now my operations are taking a place relative to the world. So I can grab the mirror tool here and set it to copy. And when I set it to switch across the y-axis, it made a copy of itself across the y-axis. Now you're wondering how this is going to be a door. You're going to find out. All right. I'm going to right click on this object and I'm going to convert it to an editable poly. And then I'm going to attach. I'm going to be careful to get this one and turn it back off again. I don't want to attach the box. No. Okay. Now I hit rotational snap and turn 3D snap off and get my rotate tool. And it switched back to view mode. I want to go back to world and use transform coordinate center, right? This way. So that I got this right in the middle. I put my mouse over the gray line and I'm going to hit the shift key and I'm going to rotate 90 degrees and I've got it. All right. Now I hit attach again and attach. Now this is one object and I turn attach off. Now comes the magic. I'm going to create a compound object. So making sure attach is turned off, I'm going to select this box, the original box, and I'm going to name it so I know what it is, room. And um, I'm going to go to my create panel here, click on it, left click, and in my drop down, I'm going to select compound objects, Boolean, and I'm going to set the parameter to union and hit start picking, and boom. Okay. Now I've unified that into one thing. I turn stop picking off, and you notice Pro Boolean is still activated. I'm going to right click to finish the command. Don't want to create another one right now. If I rotate, I got the select and rotate tool and I started to rotate. I'm holding the left mouse button down just to get a look at what I made, right? But I'm not going to release the mouse until I right click once. Okay, now I'm going to release the left mouse. That is the way to get rid of that old command. Now let's go back to conventional primitive, standard primitives, and turn 3D Snap back on. And I'm going to drag out just a box just like this. And we're 4 meters high, so I need it to be 4.5 meters, right? So that means that this box is going to be 2.25 meters bigger on all sides, right? But watch this. I hit the F key and I go to the front. Now I'm still in create mode. See, this is blue, right? So I want to right click and get out of create mode there. But look, this thing is too high, right? It's if I do my subtraction Boolean operation, it's going to cut the floor out of the bottom, right? Because it's flush on it like that. So what I want to do is I want to right click on this select and move tool and minus 0.25 is, I believe, what I need. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. Now, I'm going to do the magic again, selecting this object. I'm going to go into the drop down here and get compound objects, Pro Boolean. I got to watch what I'm doing, though. I got to change the operation to subtraction, start picking, boom. Okay, now I have the geometry of my room. Nice, clean, simple. Okay, now when you're going into a game, typically you need a UVW map. I'm going to do a really quick slapdash UV map. And in 3dsmax, you open up the UV map. You can see the gizmo there. You can move it around if you want. I want a box UVW map, and I'm thinking what dimensions? 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Oops. Tab 0.5. Now, that's a half meter. I'm thinking it's too small. Let's see, tab 1, tab 1. That's more like it. Okay, I want to close this gizmo down and open up a material editor right quick. Now, I don't have a material, so I'm going to make one here. Call it wall or something. All right, and I'm going to apply it to my thing. All right. Now, now that I've done this, a lot of games I can go straight in. It's got It's got a material. It's got a UVW map. So let's take it out just raw without any texture on it, so we can be quick. File, export, export selected. Now, it's going to tell me, it's going to give me an error. So I'm going to call this 000 room, uh, and I'm going to hit save just because I want it to pop up at the top when I'm browsing the directory. And I typically hit embed media, so my FBX is self-contained in case I want to put it on a website and sell it. Then the person that downloads the FBX will get any stuff that I've attached to the model, right? Uh, uh, but other than that, I'm using the standard what is it? The one that you normally see, Autodesk Media and Entertainment setting. So I hit OK. Boom, it goes out. All right, I'm going to open up the game, Sansar. Let's see. Import the 3D model. Browse. There it is. Room. Open. Get the collision mesh. I'm going to use the same mesh. Open. And import. I was expecting to see an error like that FBX didn't understand a pro boolean, but I didn't see it. Um, Sometimes you might see that. Okay. So I got it. I got it in my inventory. Here we go. Drop it um, onto the world and hit F. Position it how we want it, wherever we want. Uh, okay. And let's build. Save and continue. I have my graphics turned down to the minimum just to make the computer go faster while I'm doing so many different things at once. Use it now. I am the real Mystic Mask, ladies and gentlemen. DavidMcBee.com, DAVIDMCB.com. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Now, this principle of modeling for a game environment, it can become very much more advanced and more complex. So in the next thrilling episode of the strange, mysterious, astounding, inimitable, fantastical, idiotic, reading cow from another world with bedtime stories for the baby. Uh, Tune in to the thing that is what I just said that this is the channel. Please hit like and subscribe. And until then, folks, until next time, folks, we'll say goodbye.